Hey, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Say happy Thanksgiving now because we are off the next few days. Okay, so we're not gonna be doing this show or the program, but hopefully you can still work out. All right. So this is Wednesday. We're off on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll start up again next Monday. All right. So this will be our last show, and also tonight's our last workout. I'm headed down there with JJ and whoever else happens to show up. So I'll be driving the hour. I just found out I'm taking Joey and Noah. All right. And I think we have like maybe 4 people signed up, so it won't be like that crowded unless people sign up at the last second. Make sure that you do sign up just in case I do be traveling across the whole state for you, and then you're not there, and I'll be like, why did I come? That's actually happened like twice. All right, and a third time to another coach of ours drove 45 minutes, and then no one was there because the person just was like, "Oh, sorry, I just didn't feel like coming," even though I signed up. It was like, what? All right, so make sure you guys sign up so that we understand what's going on, so that we can give you the best workout that we can possibly give you. Okay? I watched a movie this last weekend, and the movie was called Gladiator 2. Normally I don't bring up non-sports movies, but this one I wanted to bring up because, dude, as I was watching it, I was like, that's what we go through. Oh my God. Like that's exactly what we go through. And what this is it's a movie about like how much anger can like motivate you. But, you know, for our kids, especially the ones who just got cut, they're only angry for so long, then they just kind of forget about it. All right, now you can use anger, but if you have something deeper than anger inside you, that's like motivating you, that won't go away as fast as anger. That's even better. All right, because if you just have this grit inside you, you can be something. All right, and there was a part where he was going off to war. I'm not going to ruin the movie for you. Don't worry about it. Don't be hiding your phones now. All right, but no, he was going off to war, and they were being invaded by the Roman army, and he and all his like boys were like, what are we doing? What are we doing? He's like, yeah, I'm about to go kill me some other people like that, right? And he goes and just attacks them and like goes at them. And he's like vicious in combat. Like he goes like directly at them. And I was thinking that that's the scary part of war, is that people will come at you like crazy people, right? But did you think about it from the other person's point of view? And why are they acting so crazy? Why are they doing that? And I think it comes back down to our story of the dog around the corner. Okay, you go up to a house and it says there is a dog on the premises. Like, beware, there is a dog on the premises, right? And it's a vicious dog, so heads up. And you're like, what? And you know the dog's around the corner, and like, or maybe you don't. Maybe some people can't read yet, and they're like, let me just walk around the corner. But they're about to get like mauled by some dog, right? All right. But the key thing is to rewind before you see the sign, before you start walking around the corner, and you want to do like this guy right here, and you want to prepare all your life. You prepare for this moment. And I was thinking about our little first grade girl, Queen, all right? And I was thinking, man, we should just find some first graders for her to play. And then she'll kick their butt and feel really, really good about herself. But when she feels really good about herself, she'll be building up confidence, but that confidence will be built upon sand. It'll be like a sand castle, okay? However, I was thinking, no, screw that. How about she plays against our 3rd grade boys, especially Joey over there, and she gets her butt kicked until she can figure it out, until I can get her a win. I'm just going to keep throwing out there. Eventually, she'll win by some luck, some manner, and that will be a different sort of confidence, and that will be building your confidence upon a stone castle. Okay, would you rather have a sand castle or a stone castle? Now, sand castles are easier to come by, but they're easier to knock down. The moment that she's out there and she's like, oh, I'm so good, I feel good about myself, sure, that might help a little bit, but the second that she faces someone good and gets her butt kicked, like maybe in 5th grade, she'll crumble. She'll have no resilience because she's merely a sandcastle, sort of like has a sort of sandcastle ego, all right? Whereas if she were built upon with a stronger structure like a stone castle from playing against 3rd grade boys, 4th grade boys over and over and over again. And she got a few wins here and there, and it kept building it up. When she faces the 5th grade foe, probably, if it's possible, to get her butt kicked then it won't matter because it's a stone castle that can withstand so much. So with that said, this guy was prepared. he was ultra prepared. And I'm sure he was scared, like on the inside of his body, but he went out there, and instead of being the person heading upon the corner where the dog's on the opposite side, he was the dog coming around for you. Now, he's the person that people swore to you that you would one day meet, and that's who you want to be. You want to be the guy on the opposite side of the war who's like, let's go. And then you see the person, you're like, you. And you go right at them. And they're like, oh my Lord, I heard about you. I know about you. And that's what this movie made me think. There were a few more good parts in it. I looked up to see if it was possible to train a rhinoceros to ride on its back, and that is impossible. So there was some fictitious stuff in there as well. It's also a cute little monkey in the movie. But overall, I thought it was a good movie. And speaking of movies, you guys should be watching our movies of the month, okay? And our movies of the month go like this, all right? I'll come right back to this one, okay? This one is my favorite, but the movies of the month, if you haven't watched them yet, is first grade movie is The Rookie, okay? It's a baseball movie. It's a pretty cool movie. It teaches you about like it's like never too late sort of thing. It's a true story. The guy played Major League Baseball, but like at an old age after teaching, he was like he's just a teacher. And it's a really, really nice story. We Are Marshall it's a sadder story, but it's a football movie. That's a second grade movie of the month. Watch that one if you're a second grader. Third grade radio. It's a good movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. Fourth grade is Secretariat. Watch that movie for you fourth graders, especially since you guys have the week off. Come on, watch these movies to inspire yourself. All right. Doing homework will be so easy if you're inspired. Okay. Fifth graders, your movie is Rudy. Sixth grade, Without Limits. Seventh grade, Six Man. Eighth grade, The Water Boy. Ninth grade, The Pride of the Yankees. 10th grade, Sugar. 11th grade, The Fighter. And 12th grade, Varsity Blues. Those are all your movies for the month. And like I do at the end of every single month, I give you guys my favorite movies. All right. Now, again, my favorite movie from this month's catalog is Varsity Blues. Okay. Varsity Blues is. I love this movie. Okay, it's a football movie. It's very, very raunchy. That's why it's like I think like 12th graders, but I think anyone in high school can watch this movie. It's a high school movie, and there are boobs in it. My bad, but the football parts are amazing, and like him always being prepared and like ready is amazing. Him taking his chance is amazing. Like I don't know, like all the fun that they had, it was awesome. All right, so if you want to watch this movie, I highly, highly recommend it. I'm giving it a 50 out of 50. All right, as for the funniest movie, it's The Water Boy. All right, The Water Boy was the funniest movie of all the picks from the month. If you're an 8th grader out there or higher, or I think 6th grade or higher, all right, this movie is hilarious. You know what? 4th grade or higher. I can go that low, but it's kind of like. It's kind of silly movie, but it's also really, really good. So watch The Water Boy. Guys, watch this movie. Again, I promise you, like it's hilarious, but it's also inspirational in its own ways. All right, because this guy goes from being a water boy to freaking like hitting everybody. Like it's like he's not a very like, aggressive person naturally. But he transformed himself because I don't know. The team needed him, and he loved doing what he did, and he was great at it. He had a lot of pent-up energy, I suppose. But yeah, The Water Boy is one of the funniest movies of all time. Watch that movie. Another 50 out of 50. But the best movie on the list was Rudy, another true story. But if you ask Joe Montana, who went to college with this guy, he's like, it was overblown. Oh, all that stuff didn't happen. It's still a great movie. We don't care. This guy is the face of Notre Dame football, even though they've had so many Hall of Famers. This guy's story is amazing. Okay, now I'm sure some of this was true. Okay, so who cares about that? But the movie itself is unreal. It's unparalleled. Watch this movie. It's a little serious at times, but man, if it's not motivational, it ain't nothing. So watch this movie. Guaranteed amazing. Another 50 out of 50. What's the quote of the day today? Quote of the day is, life is but a thought. All right, that sounds so Shakespearean. Jeez, I don't know who said this, but must be like a deep dude. All right, life is but thought. Now, for me, I truly believe that. And I'm always in my mind. I don't understand when people don't think. It doesn't make sense to me. All right, but life is created by what we think of. Think about anything that has ever been made. It was once an idea. So our ideas are literally out there, like the chair that we're sitting in right now. I mean, that once was a thought. But beyond that, if you're in pain, there's this movie Fight Club where he was like going through some pain, and so he's trying to like bring himself out of it by thinking of like a happy place. And the guy making the pain for him was like, no, stay here, dude, stay here. Like that. If you're in your mind, you experience less pain. If you're in your mind, you experience less frustration. Now, some people can't handle the vastness of their minds, and they have anxiety and stuff like that. But I'm talking about the power of your mind when it's working on all cylinders. All right, life is but thought. Will pull you out of the worst situations when you think that everything is being unfair. Life is but thought. When you think that that you're not able to go forth, life is but thought. All right, it centers you right here in the moment. And if you're ever playing in a game, imagine a camera being on you, and imagine yourself watching the film afterwards, which you should be doing anyways. And don't embarrass yourself. So think outside the game. You want to see yourself from outside. See yourself from behind the camera and act how you would want to act. All right. So and like when you're at practice, try as you would want to try. I think to me that's what this particular quote means. That's the quote of the day. Life is but thought. All right. Next thing we got is I don't know what this was. What is this? Oh, okay. So we show every week. We show a random. What is it called? History of hoops section. Okay. We have on our challenge page. There's a button. One of the challenges is called the History of Hoops. You don't have to sweat for this one. You don't have to move for this one. It's just watch a whole bunch of videos, and they're all random. This is a random one right here. This one is Sean Kemp over Lister. It's called the Lister Blister, I believe they call this dunk. All right, and man, I guess like the dude made him mad, but he had two dunks over this one guy. Sean Kemp grips the ball like this and like brings it back. It was so hard of a dunk. Splits his legs, dunks on the guy. The guy falls down. He points at the guy like this. Lister gets up and gives him a high five. It was like, wow. I got dunked on that bad. Like, it was like, you guys didn't need to watch it. And overall, just watch this page and to know our history of the basketball league or of any basketball, in general. Just know the history of it, and you'll be that much more passion-filled to go forth and try to become one of these people. All right, so study up. If you don't like history in school, you better like history in basketball. Come on, you gotta like some kind of history. It's not all about the future, is it? All right. Anyways, moving on to our drills today. Well, what we got going for the homework this Friday, which we're not doing, but it's supposed to be 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Do these workouts, post them online. Countdown game, 1-on-1 sprints, successful dribble shots, diagonal hurdle diagonal hurdle layups, and then sandbag slides. All these things you should be doing for your homework, 5 minutes apiece. That's all that we ask, okay? And you guys should have already done the stuff that we're doing tonight, which is alley-oops. Oh, we got some alley-oop stuff going on tonight. Some wall passes, deflect to layup, zigzag sprint D, and then anchor layups. And let's go over these things real quick. First one up is alley-oops. All right, for our alley-oops, don't say that you can't done. For our alley-oops, there are several different alley-oops that we can throw people. All right, first we can start with all the self-alley-oops. All the self alley-oops. All right? For the one self alley-oop that I like the most is off the backboard to yourself. How you do this is you dribble the ball, 1, 2, you get the ball in both hands, throw it off the backboard, and then you step regularly and jump. All right? You have to do it in one motion, which is very, very hard. All right? But it looks like this. 1, 2, throw the ball, catch it, and score. All right? The other ones are kind of harder, but equally as fun. You can throw the ball high, run, catch in the air, try to score. You can run forward and try to bounce the ball, then jump up and try to score. All right. Or you can pass the ball to a teammate. All right. When you pass the ball to a teammate, stand up. I can stand on this side. He can stand on that side. As he runs, I can throw an alley-oop like this in the air. You can catch it. Or rewind, please. Or can bounce the alley-oop. I can throw it behind my back alley-oop. We can do so many things. We can even get fancy with it, and I'll give them. So yeah, a whole bunch of different types of alley-oops. Have some fun with it. I think it teaches timing, teaches rebounding, teaches layups, teaches a whole bunch of stuff. So it's not just something fancy that you might want to do in a game one day. It's something that you should work on tirelessly because, I mean, you'll be jumping higher. So like in this one drill, it might be very, very fancy, but it's like very essential pieces that go into it. Next drill. So this is one of those drills that seems like, oh, this is made for little kids. No, guys, this is made for everybody, but you just have to get better at doing it. All right, for like high schoolers or for college people or for pros, you're blitzing the ball off the wall. All right, you're throwing it so accurately, so fast. All right, but people can't do it, and that's why you guys can't pass with your left hand going toward the left. You have to pass with your right hand across your body, then you get the ball stolen from you. Even at higher levels, this happens. All right, so be able to make this stuff in wall passes is the best way to do it. Next drill. This drill, more than like many other drills, shows me how low of a level that our players are. Because it's like the awkwardness of understanding how long you are and how fast you are and how fast to throw the ball is just like lost on our players right now. And it should come naturally, but that's how you get there, through an experience. So make sure that you understand how fast that you can be, how far away to get, which hand to reach with, and things like that. Because it looks so bad in that demo, but they did a decent job enough, I suppose, for us to understand the drill. All right. Next drill. If you can play defense like that in a real game, you're playing the entire game, dude. If you can stand it. They will want you in the game the entire game because so many buckets are given off of fast breaks. So many players take a long time to sprint back, so you'll be helping out your teammates. And you're also bound to get like 3 steals a game, which would lead the entire league, all right? Because you're not going to get the steals every time, but after you keep turning them, that annoys the point guard to the point where he's going to take some chances, and that's when you can get some random steals. But it's not every single time. It's just whenever you happen to need to take a chance. I'm going to stand here. Anytime that I shoot a shot, they're going to get the rebound with their hands up and put it right back on that spot. For myself, I'm going to face the basket, run and get that ball. But when I run and get it, I'm going to keep my anchor foot close to the basket right here. I'm going to reach like this to keep that leg there so that the defender can't squish me in. If my leg were right here, the defender can get right up on me, then I don't have a layup anymore. If I keep this layup there, if I keep this leg there and reach out for the ball, I'm still good. First thing that I want to do is to place the ball by my ear. When I do that, I'm actually raising up my elbows so that they get nowhere near me because they don't want to get elbowed in the face. So first thing I do, I catch the ball, place it by my ears. Then I collapse my feet to a normal width so I can be as strong as possible. Then from here, I'm gonna jump and twist in the air and go like this to shoot the ball with this hand up in the air, with this hand like this, shooting. Under the ball but above my eyesight, and I'll use my momentum to make the ball go in. After I shoot it, bounce it back there, I'll look down to this ball and try to get it from this side. Let's go. Nice job. That's back. So, let's get it. 3. right, for that one, just reminded me that we talk a lot about the drills on this show. I'm gonna go over them less and less during the actual practice, and I think some people are gonna be like, "Why can't you show my son how to do it?" I'm like, "Dad, you watch our show? We're not gonna watch the show." It's like, dude, please watch the show. So if you're watching the show and you can get a leg up on everybody, great job, because I will make you guys benefit from it more and more and more and more. Point blank lips. Those are easy. We'll just shoot a whole bunch of point blank layups. Let's look to see what's up on our slate for the things that we're doing coming up here. All right, we got games on the 7th and 8th. We have our award ceremony. If you click on events, we have that after that, but we also have practice tonight, nothing else until Monday. So make sure you guys sign up for all that stuff. Next thing we got is JJ. JJ just finished talking to us. Let's hear what he has to say.
It's that where it's like, I know this, I can do this, and the coach or the trainer is like, well, let me show you can. Then that's when they show them, and then that's where the humbleness, the humility comes in. After that kicks in, I feel like that's when trust starts to kick in. You showed me that I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm not where I should be, but you're showing me that you can get me there. So now I'm starting to trust you. As that trust builds and builds, then that's when the belief comes. Now you're starting to see the light. Humility, trust, and belief take time. True effort comes only after the first 3 are achieved. They take time, but hopefully not too much time, because only true effort can get you to your dreams. Every player has to have a humble beginning. They think they have it, they think they know it, but they don't, and then they get humble. So get fully humble as soon as you're able. Trust in the process as best as you can, and then believe in yourself more than anyone else. Then you're free to give it your all.
Then you're free to give it your all, okay? And what I'm thinking is this, you can't try your hardest until these steps happen. It's just that these steps take too long to happen because of your choice. You can go through these 3 steps in the first day if you want. You can be like, okay, I'm not very good. Okay, I trust you. Okay, I have confidence in myself. But what happens is you go, nah, I know what I'm talking about. And then you do that for like a month and you just never listen to us. You never work hard. We tell you to work hard, but you don't. And then all of a sudden we show you, or someone else showed you that you suck. And then you're like, oh, but then you're just destroyed. And it's like, well, okay, yeah, you got past the first step, but now you're like, now you definitely don't want to work out. You weren't working out before, and now you're not going to work out ever. You don't even want to come to practice anymore. And we're like, dude, can you just do the extra work? You're like, nah. But then all of a sudden we're like, dude, I know what I'm talking about, know what I'm talking about. And then one day you're like, after like 3 months, you're like, hey, you do know what you're talking about. That little stuff helped me a little bit. I'm going to listen to you. So then you trust us. But then you start going, wait, okay, you might know what you're talking about, but I suck. Remember that? I suck. And it's like, no, believe in yourself. And it's like, nah, remember you told me I suck? And it's like, oh my Lord, no, but you can be good. Nah, but I suck. Then you do that for 6 months. And by the time that all this is over, you've wasted your entire career. And now it's too late. Again, you can do it in like five minutes, but it takes like 3 years for some people to go through these 3 steps. So go fast, please. Understand that you have to get through it. Understand that, oh Lord, I'm not very good. Even if you're the best, you're not the best. There's older people, Michael Jordan's out there somewhere, all right? And then trust us. Yeah, we may not know what we're talking about. Maybe they know, but I don't know. Trust somebody. Figure that out. Fast. Or, you know what? Skip all the steps and just work your butt off. Work for like 5 hours a day. And then there is nothing. Then you're like, oh, dang, you did it without the steps. But that's rare. So understand that, please. And what's the trivia question today? Trivia question today is very, very simple. All right. It's, why is Chris Paul's nickname CP3? Why is Chris Paul nicknamed CP3? Why is Chris Paul nicknamed CP3? It's it seems like a very straightforward question. If you happen to know the answer, good luck. Commercial time. think it was because of his jersey number. It is not. You can only answer one time for the trivia question per day. We will ask it again next week if no one answers it this time. But look it up. Look on Google maybe. Ask ChatGPT. Ask Siri. Yeah, sorry, it responds to my voice. So I got to whisper that one. But yes, watch the story of the day while we're at it. Babe Ruth said he never let the fear of striking out get in his way. No one wants to fail, but the fear of failure sometimes is the primary reason we do just that. So see your goal pitched at you at 90 miles an hour. Swing your bat that's constructed from your efforts would, and smack it out of the park like you were destined to do. You know, there are several players like that. Like Babe Ruth had a whole bunch of strikeouts. Kobe Bryant missed a whole bunch of shots. They were just really, really, really bold. All right. You're saying he is number 3. I know he's number 3. I know, but he's called CP3 before his number was 3. You have to know that. You have to understand that. All right. He's not called CP3 because his number's 3. He's called CP. Like most people are like, oh, dude, my number's this, and then they're named after it. That was not the case. They called him this before he ever had a jersey. Crazy? I know, crazy. Anyways, I didn't know this answer before this show. Don't worry about it. I thought it was because of his number 2. So you are not alone. You are not alone. That's a Michael Jackson song. All right, moving on. You are what you do, not what you say you do. Who's doing the homework? We got all 3 playlists revved up right there. I can see who's doing the homework. I got Kieran doing the Tap Tap series. Nice job. I got Mello right there. I got Jay doing the Behind the Back series. Nice job. Make sure you guys are all doing the homework. I showed Caden. I showed you how to do the homework. Did it work for you? Did my instructions work for you? Let me know in the comment section, please. And then the last thing that we're talking about is, I don't know what it is. I really don't. Oh, yes. It is the attendance. All right, we're coming up upon the attendance. Joey Masseth is going to be making the trip with me down to Aurora, which is like an hour away from us, just to get his attendance score up. He's primed on beating Teo. Now, it did take Teo to have like a freaking surgery to take a week off for him to like lose this one. He was our winner last year. But Mason's still in there. It was Mason's goal like in the first month to be one of our leaders. What will you do when we restart this in January? All right, will you be on this list come next year, or will you be dogging it? Look at the entire list. At our award ceremony, these people will all get coins. All right, to buy merch. All right, so heads up for that December 14th thing as well. All right, you want to show up the most. You want to work your hardest. You want to not have that regret. All right. Because they all share the same initial. No, you can only answer one time, Caden. Listen to the words. And it wasn't my decision. All the players said you can only answer once. It was because I was like, which team is blah, blah, blah. And some kid just listed off every team in the NBA. And they were like, that's unfair. You should only answer one time. So I was like, are you sure? And they were like, yeah, only one answer per person. So there you go. I'll ask that same question again next week if no one asks it. No, it did not. Would not invite me to join the playlist, but I posted it on my YouTube channel to keep myself accountable. Keep posting on your YouTube channel. Hand me your phone at practice, or hand it to JJ, hand it to someone who has done it before, and they can add it pretty easily. All right, we'll figure it out for you, or at least bring it to the next game, especially too. Keep posting to your YouTube channel. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, just do the run. Who cares? All right, it just makes you better. All right. Don't forget that our quote of the day, guys. Our quote of the day is, life is but thought. And that thought for the day, the JJ's wisdom is, how long will it take us to get you to do all the hard work? All right, on the homework page, if you go to the homework page, all right, you get to click on trajectory. All right, on the homework page, right here, you scroll down and you can click on trajectory. This player trajectory page tells you exactly what we want you to do. In this little paragraph, yeah, sure. But right here, it tells you what level that you're at. You put in your grade level, and it tells you like how tall your parents are, how often that you do the workout card, how often you want to do this or whatever it may be, the 5-minute drills. And then you can calculate your trajectory, and it tells you whether you're headed to the NBA or to D1 or to varsity. And below that, it tells you what you could do every single day, and it'll grade you. It'll grade you on what you choose per day as you add it up. All right, all these things are things that you can do, but you have to get past those levels. Do you trust us? I'm sorry. First one is, are you humble enough to realize that you need some help? Second one is, do you trust us? Are you gonna do you believe that this is really the stuff? And then third is, do you believe in yourself? So believe in yourself out there. Go through it all. Don't forget the quote of the day. One more time is, life is but thought. I will see you guys later. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. All right, I'm out. Peace, guys.